Interval.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Mary Kelly, and today for Deborah. If you spent the weekend nervous about your retirement account, you're not alone. Americans have been on edge since news of President Trump's sweeping tariffs caused the biggest drop on Wall Street in 5 years. And today, watching the Dow bouncing up and down didn't do much to calm nerves. Stephen Fabian has the latest.
What a wild ride. The stock market tumbling at the open, then rebounding as rumors flew that President Trump was ready to pause his tariff war.
A huge jump in the markets. This is what they've been hoping to see.
But it was a false alarm. The White House came out and called the rumor fake news, and the market tanked again.
The Dow back down again this hour.
To the markets today, and would you be open to a pause in tariffs to allow for negotiations?
Well, we're not looking at that. We have many countries that are coming to negotiate deals with us, and they're going to be fair deals.
The turmoil is causing anxiety across the nation, even on the Trump-friendly cable channel Newsmax.
I mean, I looked at my 401k and I gasped.
What is your message to Americans who want to retire right now and who've just seen their lifetime savings drop significantly?
White House officials made the TV rounds attempting to quell the panic. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid, President Trump said today. Don't be a panicking, a new party based on weak and stupid people. Be strong, courageous, and patient.
To see these type of drops is heartbreaking and very scary.
Many financial experts are urging everyone to hang in there.
I look back at history, even when we've had catastrophic events in the markets like the COVID crisis, the Great Recession, over the long term, stocks will come back.
Trump is under fire for spending the weekend in Florida, quote, golfing while the world burns. He bragged on social media that he won a tournament at his own course.
The stock market is being crushed. I've lost 20% of my net worth in a year out on the golf course.
And everyone wants to know, where's Elon? The first buddy has disappeared. Musk is reportedly on the outs because he hates tariffs and is feuding with Trump advisor Peter Navarro.
Peter, is there a rift internally?
So it's fine. There's no riff here. Look, Elon, he's got X. He's got a big microphone. We don't mind him saying whatever he wants.
Saturday Night Live poked fun at the apparent Trump-Musk breakup.
Elon is great, but sadly, it's time to never see you again, okay?
They just can't catch a break. The South and Midwest are once again dealing with severe weather as flash flooding causes chaos across 16 states. All these homeowners could do was wave goodbye as their house was swept away by a raging river.
In the middle of a raging flood, what was he thinking? This guy jumps into the fast-moving river in Memphis and instantly disappears under the bridge. His buddies held their breath as they ran to the other side. Then, thank goodness, there he is. And lucky for him, he got out alive.
You made it out. You made it out.
The storm system that swept the Midwestern and Southern states left this house floating down a river in Kentucky. Citizen reporters documented what was happening in their backyards.
All right, we just got another tornado warning. Look at this. Look at those skies.
This dad knows that he's got to get out of the storm's path and fast.
Warning, we're heading right into the shelter. Oh boy.
He and his sweet baby descend into their tornado shelter to ride out the raging weather.
Goodbye.
In Nashville, tornado sirens and fierce lightning. Look at the terrifying winds. As this man is running for shelter from a storm that's barreling his way, he notices his neighbor hard at work.
There's a tornado warning, but there's grass to be mowed. Very serious.
Once he gets inside, a sign of just how serious things are. The lights go out. What was she thinking? With warning sirens blaring and lightning overhead, she strums her guitar, singing Fleetwood Mac's classic, Dreams.
Authorities say the storm system has led to more than 20 deaths. After a string of big-budget flops, Hollywood is celebrating today after Minecraft, a movie based on a popular video game, shattered box office expectations with the biggest opening weekend so far this year. As Allison Hall reports, excitement over the movie is so over the top, theater managers are now asking fans to stay calm.
I am Steve.
The Minecraft movie is a surprise box office blockbuster. The movie grossed over $300 million worldwide on its opening weekend, much more than anyone expected, and is fast becoming a cultural phenomenon.
This is a movie that's escapist, it's fun, and I think that just played well to families and kids, and that PG rating is key.
Enthusiastic fans are attending showings dressed as Jack Black's character, Steve. And there's something else movie makers didn't expect. Some Minecraft fans are disrupting performances and trashing theaters, throwing popcorn and soda everywhere.
They want me to fight the chicken?
It happens during this scene.
Chicken jockey.
That's the cue for fans to go hog wild. Here's how one theater looked after a screening of Minecraft. And it all has to be cleaned up before the next show. Some theater managers have had to pause the movie to restore order. Cops were summoned to this theater on Long Island to oust disruptive teens. Now fans are being given stern warnings.
You will have to leave if you keep doing it, and you're not getting a refund.
It's all helping to turn Minecraft into a cultural event.
Took everyone by surprise. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
Now, drama as an elevator stops mid-floor in a hotel. It would be tense for anyone, but for these players, they're on the U.S. women's soccer team, and they had a big game to play.
The U.S. women's soccer team got trapped in their hotel elevator between floors as they were leaving for SoFi Stadium in L.A. They hesitated at first, wondering if it was safe to slide out.
And it's not going to move. Like, there's no...
Power's off. It's not going anywhere.
Promise?
After those assurances from the Manhattan Beach Fire Department, out they go, one by one. Soccer analyst Becky Sauerbrunn says the ordeal lasted 45 minutes.
We got stuck in the elevator. We got stuck on the second and third floor, and we had 2 fire trucks, firefighters.
But this elevator expert tells Inside Edition getting out this way could sometimes be dangerous.
It's not ideal. You would never want to necessarily pull somebody out of an opening that small.
And more hotel chaos, this time in Vegas. These ladies at a bachelorette party evacuated their rooms because of a burst pipe that flooded the hallways.
This is crazy.
Look at all those towels put down to absorb the mess. And imagine coming out of your apartment to find this. This entire hallway outside Atlanta flooded. What's causing it? Another burst pipe. It's like Niagara Falls indoors.
What a mess there. We recently told you about the late night incident at a bar when an elderly man was punched out by a much younger man. Was it assault, as prosecutors claim, or was he just protecting his girlfriend from unwanted advances? Today, the puncher headed to court and told our Jim Murray he's not a bad guy.
A college baseball star is speaking out for the first time following his arrest for sucker punching an elderly man at a bar outside Los Angeles. And he says he's not the bad guy.
People need to step back and realize that there was a cause.
Video shows the 6'3" Owen Hayes slugging the 83-year-old man in the back of the head, leaving him unconscious with a skull fracture and brain bleed. We caught up with the 21-year-old outside his first court appearance, where he says he's pleading not guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. So what does he say happened? He says he was just protecting his fiancée after the elderly man began touching and sexually harassing her at the bar. Was this a sucker punch? Did you hit him out of nowhere? Why did you hit him?
He had touched my fiance, had separated the two of them and told them not okay, not cool.
Yeah.
Even let the bartender know if they want to label him as an old man. Label him as an old man touching a 21-year-old female. I think that's disgusting.
Last month, we spoke with his fiancée, Emma, who says the old man's behavior was creepy, which led to the punch.
I just felt something like caress my forehead and then get in my hair, and he was twirling with it and playing with it, and his eyes were wide and his lips were puckered, and just the way he was like looking at me and the way he was making provocative noises with his mouth, I froze.
She says her fiancé is her hero, but since the video was released, he's been expelled from the Masters University, a Christian college in Santa Clarita.
I have applied for jobs and I'm currently being denied because my name is crushed. I'm not a bad guy. I don't think this defines who I am.
The elderly man was knocked unconscious and spent time in the hospital. It's here, Meghan Markle. Big changes at Chuck E. Cheese. Here's why.
It's Chuck E. Cheese 2.0. This does not look like the Chuck E. Cheese I grew up with.
This is the all-new Chuck E. Cheese, rebuilt for today's generation of new kids.
President and CEO David McKillops gave us a tour of the Chuck E. Cheese in Paramus, New Jersey, one of nearly 500 across the country that have been rebranded.
All new games, all new menu. It truly is an incredibly new experience.
For almost 50 years, Chuck E. Cheese has been a destination where a kid can be a kid, but sometimes it was the adults who were misbehaving.
We have several injured people here at Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, we are on our way there.
Those are issues that are so far in the past. Right now, we deliver a wholesome, safe family experience.
But not everything's changed. I'm so glad to know that skee ball is still here. This was my favorite when I was a kid. Did you see that? 5,000. No matter the changes, Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can still be a kid.